This is Justin Ruiz for CSC 300 final assignment. So everything that I imported over from assignment 8 from midterm 2 is also in the final project, as well as the implementation of viewing and uploading profile pictures. So I'll go ahead and run the program just to show that it works first. And the same thing happens here. It'll go on the landing page so that the user can decide if they want to log in or register a new user. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I went ahead and I registered a couple of users here, and I'm going to go ahead and log in with a wrong password, and it'll go ahead and give me an error. Now I'll go ahead and log in with the right password. Then it'll log me in, and so it'll put me at the view feed page, the main page here where I can post updates, add friends, and add organization pages. I can change my picture here using this tab. And when I add friends and add my own picture, right now it's the default picture, I will be able to view profile pictures as well. So let's go ahead and add a picture for myself. What the user will do is paste their image directory into this text field here. So once the user presses the upload button, it will go ahead and upload their photo, preview it here. And when they go to the profile pics here, they can choose their own name, and the same photo will appear here as well. So let me go ahead and set the profile pictures for the other accounts, as well as add them to this account. All right, so I went ahead and added the accounts to this account here, this friend here, and they all have 0 posts. So when I go to the feed, it says they have no posts. I'll go ahead and post my own update here. I post the update, and it successfully tells me that I posted my update. I can even follow an organization here. And when I add it, it'll tell me page successfully followed. If I try to add it again, it won't let me because I'm already following it. And the organization's feed will show up on my feed page as well. So now let me go ahead and attempt to view the profile pictures of the friends I've added to this account. As you can see, they're all default for now because none of them have set their account pictures. Now I'll go ahead and set their account profile pictures for each account. Alright, so I went ahead and set account profile pictures for every account, and I will go ahead and log into my main account here and attempt to view the profile pictures of my friends. So this is mine. This is this user's profile picture. And as you can see, they all change depending on the picture that they have uploaded. And the user can change their picture at any time using this page as well. And that will reflect in the view profile picture page. Okay, so now I'll just demonstrate some fringe cases here where an error may be necessary. So the username Ace has already been taken by one account. I will attempt to log in or to create an account using Ace as another username. As you can see here, I get an error that tells me that the username is already taken, and it'll allow me 3 registration attempts, and then it will create a new username from the inputted last name. So as you can see here, a new user was created here using the last name and a randomly generated number from 0 to 1,000. Now, another thing that may happen is the user may have added too many friends, or an overflow will happen on their feed page. So in the scenario that the user has too many feeds that they're following and it will overflow here, a scroll bar does appear here so that the user can scroll and find the feed that they're looking for. So I'll go ahead and log out here. I'm going to go ahead and post some updates here. And as you can see, if I attempt to post more than 4 updates, the error will occur here that the maximum number of updates has been reached for this user. Now I'll go ahead and attempt to look at these updates on another account that this account has been added to as a friend. So you can see here, this user has the first account added, and you can see that all the updates are posted on this person's view feed page as well. Now the user can select exit to save the program. And when the user loads up the program again, everything will be saved here. And that is accomplished through serialization. Now I'll go over the code. So the beginning of this is just instantiating and creating all the basically the swing elements that I need to make the GUI work, as well as some arrays for organizing the friends list, as well as the user and password index portion, as seen here. So this is the main here, and again, nothing really much has changed from the last assignment to the next. I just added this one here, this method that will create the button group for the friends list. For use in the viewing profile pictures as seen here. And there's a maximum of 19 friends, so 19 buttons as well as your own button, for a total of 20 buttons here that need to be added. Let's go back up to the main here. Now we go into the format GUI method, which is basically where all the heavy lifting is done. Now the beginning of this format GUI method is just the style formatting, so the visibility initializations, adding the elements to the individual panels, as well as setting the bounds and the fonts for the buttons and the JText labels, and all the style formatting stuff. Now when we get to the event listeners here, we have the initial visibility event listeners that basically make sure that when a new tab is visited here and is created to be visible, that all the text fields are reset back to their initial text fields, including this one, basically all of them. When the buttons, when one button is selected and we tab back in, the button is deselected, as well as the image here set to blank. And there's one of these event listeners on every different screen, including the landing page and the registry screen. And the individual buttons as well have their own event listeners that go into the different methods that basically make the program work. And I went over these in the last video. So the new buttons that I will go over in this video are these ones right here. So the upload picture button uploads the picture that is using the directory text field here, whatever the text that is entered in the directory field here. And this button will grab this text here and set the image. There will be a buffered image for resizing, and then it will attempt to create this file using the text that was placed here, and then the program will go into the user index and set the new field in the class as the string for that text that was inputted here. Then it will go ahead and resize it and create a new image icon that will be shown here, as we saw when I pasted the directory and pressed the button here. So these radio buttons here are linked to this page here. So whenever the radio button is pressed, it will do the same thing as the change picture upload button, except it will, instead of grabbing the current user's picture string directory, it will go into the user's friend list and grab the friend's pictures string directory. And that's reflected here, as you can see here, in the friend radio button 0. It will do the exact same thing, create a buffered image, create a new file, and then it will go into the current user's friends and get 0, which is according to the radio button index, and it will grab the picture string, which is just the directory that the image is located in. And it will do the same thing. It will resize the image, create the image icon, and then set the image box here to that icon. And there's one of these action listeners for every radio button that there is. Okay, so now I'll go over all these methods stay the same. So now I'll go over the new string that I've added into the user class here. And basically all it is just a string called picture, and it is defaulted to a default image that I've created that is in the source folder itself. So that is the initial image that is shown when a new account is created. And so as you saw back when we looked at those radio buttons, what it does is it sets this picture string variable, and it just sets it to whatever is inputted in the directory text field here, saves that, and then does the buffered image reading as well as resizing and setting to the actual display box itself. And that is basically the final.